Hello everyone, welcome to Durrett's Take. It's that time of the week where I go over my NFL predictions for this week. So let's get started with my first Week 10 prediction with the Thursday Night Football game tonight between the Bengals and the Ravens, who are 6.5-point favorites. The good news for the Bengals is the Ravens' secondary is not the best, so the Bengals' passing offense should be dynamic like it was in the last matchup with Baltimore. However, two things that were true in the last matchup that may be true again. The first thing is the Bengals defense won't stop the Ravens offense. That's a given. The second thing is the Bengals' lack of a run game could haunt them. Zach Moss, who hasn't even been playing that well this season, to be honest, is out, so they have to rely on their youngster Chase Brown once again, and they just traded for Khalif Herbert, who's the Chicago third-string running back, but it's like he's a veteran backup running back for a reason. So I feel like those two things will be a factor, and therefore I'll take the Ravens to win in another shootout. I have Baltimore winning 34-27. And then for Sunday morning, you got Giants, 6.5-point favorites versus Panthers. To wrap up the foreign games for the season, at least I believe this is the last foreign game of the season, the NFL has a game in Germany. I just wish Germany, the people of Germany, had a more exciting game to watch. Imagine if you could have, Philly Green Bay match like you did in Brazil back in week 1, like something like that. That'd be cool for Germany, because last year's Germany matchup was also trash as well. But you get what you get. I was expecting this to be a more defensive battle, but since both offenses played well last week, now I'm not so sure. Maybe we'll get some offense. I don't know. I'm going to stick to my defensive prediction as of right now. And then this matchup, I'm just going to pick the better head coach to win, so I'm going to take the Giants to win 17-13. Next, we got the Broncos versus the Chiefs, are 8-point favorites. The Chiefs got a scare in their Monday Night Football game. Mahomes ended up leaving the game with an injury, but he came back and the Chiefs were able to remain undefeated. I think that should be the case once again. As evidenced this past weekend against the great teams, the Broncos don't match up well because they're still rebuilding. Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo will make Broncos quarterback Bo Nix look like a rookie. Now, since the Chiefs' offense is hit and miss, I'm not sure if the Chiefs will win by double digits or not, but they should remain undefeated. I had them win 19-10. Next, you got the Steelers versus the Commanders, who are 2.5-point favorites. What will the Steelers look like off a bye week? I expect them to come out sharp. It may be a game where the Commanders will have to make a comeback to get the win, and that is what I think will come to fruition. The Commanders win in the defensive battle. I'm winning 17-16. Next, you got the Vikings, who are 7-point favorites, versus the Jaguars. Since the report has come out that Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence will probably be out with a shoulder injury, the Vikings should go back to looking dominant as they did early on in the season, as long as Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold plays a clean game unlike last week. Falcons, 4-point favorites versus the Saints. Logic will dictate the Falcons win this game easily. However, I don't think that will be the case. Falcons' top receiver Drake London could be out. These two teams played a close game last time, and since they're division rivals, anything can happen no matter the record. Then there's also the factor that I explained before, where the team plays better in the first game of the interim coach. Saints players didn't exactly hide the fact that they were fine with Dennis Allen being fired. So I expect the Saints to cover the spread here, but the Falcons just squeak out a win. Either winning 22-21. Next, we get the 49ers, who are 6-point favorites versus the Buccaneers. And the 49ers may finally have star running back Christian McCaffrey back from his Achilles injury. If that's the case, then the 49ers should win, especially since Kyle Shanahan's coming off a bye week and Tampa Bay's coming off a short week. I have 49ers winning 31-23. Next, you get the Bills, who are 4-point favorites versus the Colts. I know the Colts defense looked really good on Sunday Football, but overall they've been very consistent. So as long as the Bills' offensive line does its job and gives quarterback Josh Allen enough time to operate, the Bills should be just fine. The only question is, can the Colts win in a shootout with Buffalo? Odds are the answer is no. I have Buffalo winning 31-17. Next, you got the Patriots versus the Bears, who are 6.5-point favorites. The Bears have been struggling on offense since the bye week, but the good news is that this is a game where the Bears can get right and get things fixed. I think the Patriots can make it a close game since they're more interesting since rookie quarterback Drake May has taken over the team, but Caleb Williams will win the battle of the rookie quarterbacks. I have Chicago winning 20-17. Next, we got the Titans versus the Chargers, 7.5-point favorites, along with the Vikings Jaguars game. This is my favorite blowout of the week. I expect the Chargers to build off their good momentum from their blowout win against Cleveland last week, and they get the win here. They're winning 31-13. Next, we got the Eagles, 7-point favorites versus the Cowboys. Even though Cooper Rush is now starting at quarterback for the Cowboys and star receiver CeeDee Lamb, may or may not play, wouldn't it be the funniest thing to see the Cowboys actually win this game instead of starting the tanking process like they should be doing? Since they're playing their top rivals, I assume the Cowboys will give their all and make the game interesting, but the Eagles' offense will just be too much for the Cowboys to overcome, and we'll see how long owner Jerry Jones continues to remain in denial. I have Philly winning 30-23. Next, we got the Jets, are 1.5 point favorites versus the Cardinals. The Jets will have a longer time to prepare for this game, which is helpful. Otherwise, the Jets' highs may be coming to a crash. Arizona's running game has been very good, and they're on a 3-game winning streak. I don't feel the Jets will have an answer for the Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray, who's been clutch this season. So I'll have Arizona get the win and remain at the top of their division. I have them winning 23-20. And then Sunday Night Football, you got the Lions. They're 3.5 point favorites versus the Texans. Since Houston got embarrassed on Thursday Night Football, I would normally like them to bounce back here, but against this Detroit team specifically, that may not happen. The Texans' offense is banged up with no Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins, as we know. Their interior offensive line is also banged up, and that was exposed against the Jets. Maybe Houston's defense keeps this a close and competitive game, but I like the Lions to keep their winning streak going here. I have them winning 27-17. And then for Monday Night Football, you get the Dolphins versus the Rams, are 1 point favorites. Ever since Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has returned, the Dolphins have had two straight losses thanks to the opposing team's kickers making field goals at the buzzer. I think it's safe to say that the game will come down to the wire once again. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to roll with the Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford and Coach Sean McVay to get the job done. And they'll have a fun offensive game, and they'll remain right behind Arizona in the division there. I have Rams winning 28-27. So thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. Please subscribe to my channel and tell me about me. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.